It's a story you've heard 100 times before. If you want to go pro, there's only one way to do it. You've got to start young as 9 years old even. You've got to work hard, and if you're lucky, you'll get scouted into an academy. Once you're in, that's where the real hard work starts. Give up your childhood and battle your way to the top, and by the time you're 17, you might get handed a contract. But with a success rate of 0.012% in Premier League club academies, it's more than likely you won't make it.
So I was at Luton Academy from the age of 13.
Joined West Ham for 4 years.
I had like spells at Dons, and when I was younger, like Arsenal, Bedford Town, Amesbury Rovers.
Till like last summer, and it didn't really work out for me.
My age group, I had about 3 people that got a pro. None of them are still at Luton now. So like, I think it's kind of crazy how you can have so many players, only some will go, but not many will last past the first year.
Now what? You've given up your youth, your education, and you've been freshly released from the academy. Your dream is over. Except it's not. In fact, there's a whole path towards a professional career that doesn't require a single second of time in an academy. And it comes with an education.
Soccer Assist is a sports scholarship agency. We find and place talented athletes from around Europe into American universities. We do with everything from identifying the talent to helping them get accepted into the universities to also supporting them throughout the entire 4-year experience.
I went over to America in 2013. And I met Terrell.
We was in the dorm room in West Virginia, and we were just kind of unimpressed by the lack of support shown to international students once they were actually placed into American universities. So we wanted to do something a bit about it.
In England, to go pro, if you're not in an academy by like 16, 17, it's a lot more difficult. But there it's 18 to 22 to go to college, so it's just a chance to train almost full time, be in a good level environment.
You don't really need to be in an academy to be scouted, you know. Sometimes like our soccer assist come to you.
I think the 3 biggest things that, and the reason why students go over to the US, right? One is the education, get yourself a quality degree, recognised worldwide. Secondly, it's going to be the sport. It's an opportunity to replicate what pros are doing. You're training full time, great environment. And then third and finally, it's the life experience. And that kind of stems upon, once you've actually graduated and looking to get into the working world, if, for example, an employer is comparing you've gone to a university in New York versus someone that's gone to University of Greenwich, straight away you've got your foot in the door, and then it's up to you to sell yourself.
Where club academies are a critical step in the UK and Europe, in the US, the route to a professional career in any sport is through the college athletic system. Primarily governed by the NCAA and NAIA, the system is designed to promote the development of student athletes, meaning young talent don't have to choose between pursuing their dreams and an education.
One of my best decisions was going to America, and now everything's worked out. I've got a degree, I'm still playing. I think it's good because you don't really get that opportunity here. You either pick to go university or you try to go the pro route. So it's like, if you pick one, I hope it works out. But at least in America, like, you can do both at the same time and potentially finish up with both in your hands and moving forward in life.
With free scholarships on the line for both domestic and foreign students, the US collegiate soccer system is an increasingly attractive option for young footballing talents from all over the world.
It's amazing, like the experience. If you go to somewhere like a big city, like I'm just outside Chicago, it's an experience you're never going to get anywhere else.
You get to meet people from all over the world.
All the road trips you do, you'll meet people from all over. We have like 15 nationalities in our team of 22 boys. It's incredible. Like, you'll never get a chance to party, to live with, to go to school with these people. It's something you can't miss up on,
A lot of players have the misconception that the US, they call it soccer, we call it football. They don't know what they're talking about. It's a retirement league.
When I left, I took it as a potential step back.
When you get over there, you realise the talent you're playing against. These are students that have been released by top European academies. These are kids that are representing their national team at youth level. The standard in the US at college soccer at the very highest level has improved dramatically over the last 10 years.
Looking back, it wasn't necessarily a step back, but it was a step forward.
Far from playing out on a cold, rainy night in Stoke, try a perfect bluebird day in Florida or California.
The facilities were amazing at my school.
When you watch the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool do their pre-season tours in the US, they're always based at university campuses, and that's for a reason. That it's state-of-the-art stuff.
In semi-pro and high level in England, you see the best facilities in terms of the field, but you don't look at the training facilities and what you don't see on match days. And in America, they love their strength training. The gyms are top class.
That's one of the perks of being a student athlete in the US, is that you train full-time, 6 days each week, 1 or 2 matches, 1 rest day.
So what's the catch? Well, there's still no guarantee of going pro, with fewer than 2% of NCAA student athletes making it.
It might not work because, you know, there's millions of players around the world who's trying to make it pro.
But at least those that don't make the cut are leaving with the education and life skills required to find success elsewhere.
They make sure that as much as you're there to play the sport, you're there as a student as well.
Sure, don't get me wrong, a degree is the same everywhere, but my parents always said if you come back to England and you have two people with the same degree, the fact that I lived in America on my own, for example, it sets you apart, doesn't it?
If you do make it, don't think by any means that your career will be limited to the States. Take Jack Harrison, for example.
He went over to America, he was in the Manchester United Academy, took his talents overseas, done really well, completed high school and then went into the university leagues.
Got drafted, was at New York City, then got transferred over to Manchester City, now is on loan with Leeds.
Where getting released from the academy was once a death knell for your career, it's now an opportunity to take another path.
And you've got Dom Dwyer, you know, who started off as a schoolboy with Norwich, got released, decided to go over to the US, done really well, and like him as well, he got drafted and is now, you know, one of the most popular names in MLS soccer, and has, you know, gone down as one of the best forwards.
With companies like Soccer Assist now helping young European talents navigate their way through the US college sports system, it won't be long before more wonder kids looking for a stable pathway to professional football start seeing the US as a preferential alternative to the outdated academy system.
Such vital years of your life, you know, those 4 years that you spend in the US can really shape you in terms of the people that you meet, the experiences that you have, and, you know, potentially where you go on thereafter. So for us, it's very important that we can just continue to match them up with the best university and support them to ensure that their time is the best it possibly can be, and then, you know, the sky's the limit for them wherever they want to go, really.
To be honest, you just need to take the risk. This is what it is, it's a risk.
Risk worth taking,
100%, 100%.